Okay, so today is the vlog for April 6th, 2018, and it's Friday. It's the first Friday of April, and today ended up being gorgeous. Now, I'm a little, I'm a little unhappy that the forecast for the weekend is basically all rain Saturday from sun up to sundown. I don't know. Sunday looks like it's probably going to be rainy too. There might be some breaks. That'd be nice. But today was really nice, and although I didn't get to walk, I did get to enjoy it. I went down to the pub in Redmond where I like to go, Molten Vine, which is a place with tons and tons of kegs on tap. Um, just generally really good beers. Although I find it works best when I have somebody that really knows beers with me to help me pick. Because inevitably the guy behind the counter is like, "So, what do you like?" And I'm like, "I guess I like light beers because usually when I'm drinking I do go for something lighter, but when I'm going to Malt and Vine, when I want to sit and have a nice beer, I usually end up going for something that's pretty heavy, pretty dark. Case in point, tonight I had a quad. Uh, I went to Malt and Vine last night with a friend because he was going to be unable to join us tonight. And I invited just one of my friends that I haven't seen in a while to come in and have drinks, and I was going to drink with him. And uh, another friend showed up with his girlfriend, which I am also friends. And then some other guys showed up independently of us, so we all decided to sit together, all five of us. And then we realized that there was an open table outside, and then two more people showed up, and pretty soon, me and my friend is a whole group of a party of 8. I only had one drink, but the quad was plenty. It was like 10 proof. Or excuse me, no, it was 20 proof. It was 10% alcohol by volume. So, woo! I'm quite tired. I was up quite late last night, trying to get just a few more missions done in Elite Dangerous, and I'm so tired tonight that I might skip it. And I really want to play, but I think if I skipped it and I went to bed early, going to bed early sounds so good right now. If I went to bed early and just sort of woke up when I felt like waking up, which would probably be before 6 o'clock, that would be great. I've got to go for another 2 minutes here. Tomorrow I'm going to go see Ready Player One, which has not been getting the best reviews. To give you an idea, the last time I checked, it got a 64 on Metacritic. And this is Steven Spielberg. And to just sort of put out there how bad this could be, Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, which is widely considered one of his worst movies, got a 65 on Metacritic. So, I don't know. I was going to skip and wait for it to come out on streaming or something. But a friend of mine was like, "I really want you to go. I really want you to go." She convinced me to go see it with another one of our friends. So we're going to go do that. Thankfully, they wanted to go all the way. They wanted me to drive like 45 minutes. And it would have been one of us going to pick her up and then driving down and then driving back more than 45 minutes. So I convinced them to do something right in Redmond, which will be less drive time for everybody involved. So that should be better. Oh, I cannot wait for the sweet embrace of Morpheus to take me off to the land of dreams. Or maybe not even any dreams I remember. I could just sleep and not remember any dreams. And that would be nice. What's the other thing? Oh! Maybe I'll go into more of this tomorrow. But I've just started watching a new Gundam series, which just started up, called Gundam Build Divers. This will be the third of the Gundam Build shows. There's Gundam Build Fighters, Gundam Build Fighters Try, and then this will be Gundam Build Divers. And these are Gundam shows. Gundam is a show about giant robots fighting wars in space over the rights of people. It's a war centric anime, but it does not glorify war. In fact, it does its best to expose the horrors of war and the dangers of war and the seductiveness of war. Many times they start off and you feel quite, yeah, cool, the hero, and he's got a robot, he's going to stop the villain. But as these shows progress, you start to realize that true villainy lies not in the people you oppose in war, but sometimes in the people on your own side who are starting the war, or the people who are profiting from both sides warring against one another. They tend to have very intricate plots, although those plots also tend to be somewhat retrod with their themes and tone. That's sort of changing, though. More modern shows are going in very different directions than the original. But these Gundam build shows are not necessarily all of what I've just talked about. They are aimed squarely at kids, and they are glorifying battle, not war. But the battles are harmless battles that don't hurt one another. They build little model kits, which I own plenty of, and then using the magic of animation, they set them into a receptacle which sort of animates them with a force that lets them fight, much as they do on TV shows. And these kids have tournaments, and so the whole thing feels very much like a sports anime. There are sports, for those of you who don't know that there are sports animes, Prince of Tennis comes immediately to mind. There are a number of shows that are just simply the trials and tribulations of a sports team, or even individual competitors. I once watched a very interesting show about a female kendo team. Not at all what I was expecting, very entertaining. Not quite slice of life. It had a lot of very characterful characters, but I can't even remember what it was called. It seemed like it was very straightforward, like Kendo Club or something. But Gundam Build Divers changes the formula somewhat. Instead of simply building the model kits and having the model kits go into an arena where they are animated by this force which lets them fight one another, the Gunpla, which is the name of the model, the term for model kits based off of Gundam, are digitized and sent into cyberspace in a sort of MMO mixed with virtual reality, where the players can sort of dismiss them or make them reappear to pilot them at will almost. But it seems to follow a lot of standard MMO logic. Like the very first episode is literally about a bad kid following these guys around while they're playing the game and tricking one of them into flagging for PvP so that he can grief them. Which is a very common problem and something that the Japanese are in their, starting to play more and more massively multiplayer online games are running into. These cyberbullying things that have become a much more, it's not that they've become a bigger problem, it's that people are noticing them more and realizing that cyberbullying and bullying are really just the same thing. Saying that cyberbullying is sort of, I feel like that's taking the teeth out of it. Cyberbullying can sometimes be even more psychologically oppressive than physical bullying. Yeah, this looks like it could be a very interesting show. I'm interested to see where it goes. I like the characters, although they haven't gotten very much development yet. And I like the previous two shows, but this one sort of, I have a fondness for MMOs. I don't play that many all the time, but I do have a fondness for the genre, and seeing its sort of themes and tropes explored, much like the infamous .hack did, should be a pretty fun ride. And I look forward to it. I'm probably going to end up picking up the model kit of the main character because it looks pretty cool. Anyway, well, now I've gone well over my 5 minutes, so I have to tell you how Ready Player One was. Maybe I'll make a sort of mock review of it tomorrow. I'm going to see the movie early. It's 12 o'clock showing, so I'm going to be leaving before noon. I don't even know if I'm going to eat lunch before I go see it. Anyway, I've been Eric Spornitz, and tomorrow will be better.